The humankind had been always seeking to acquire new knowledge. Scientists had been trying to unveil the secrets of reason. Inventors had been moving the progress forward.
We had been building a new world together.
Everyone needs time to reset and rethink.
Almost 100,000 small businesses.
Thousands of protesters took to the streets of various European cities on Saturday.
Music festivals
COVID-19 restrictions
this weekend is Rise of Western.
90-year-old now well, she'll go down in history. She's the first person in the world to receive the Pfizer vaccine against COVID-19.
Hi there. Hello.
Hello.
What will we do now? Will we be building or rebuilding the new world?
Selamat Sezdermir, Privyet, welcome and hello to everyone, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Riz Khan. It's my honor to be back as the host and MC of the 17th Eurasian Media Forum. It's great to see that this event, launched in 2002 in Almaty, is still going strong after almost 2 decades. Much of that's due to the amazing support the forum has had from the country's leadership, and it's time to hear from some of those key people right now as we begin the formal opening of the event. And I want to start by welcoming the Secretary of State, the State Secretary of Kazakhstan, who can introduce the messages of welcome and support we've had from the first president and the current president of the country. Please give a very warm welcome to Grimbek Kusharbayev.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, I greet you at the 17th Eurasian Media Forum. I wish you all successes in today's activity. This is a traditional forum that discusses many topics of exceptional meaning and magnitude. The world has changed. The pandemic, the global economic recession, bloc thinking, lack of trust between the states, technological war among the leading wars, and changing in many norms that earlier were uniting people, today are dividing the world. And that makes the mission of this forum, which has become an acknowledged international platform, more valuable and weighty. We greet our distinguished guests and colleagues in our new capital, the city of Nur Sultan. Now that we are having 30th anniversary of our independence, we're ready to report to you about our successes and achievements made due to the policy introduced by the first President Yeltsin Nursultan Nazarbayev. The successful work of the forum finds more significance because it is supported by the leaders of the country. Allow me to communicate to you the address from Yeltsin, the first president, and the president, Mr. Nazarbayev and Mr. Kassym-Jomart Tokayev. To participants and guests of 17th Eurasian Media Forum, it is my pleasure to greet the guests of 17th Eurasian Media Forum. The forum has become a solid platform for the exchange of various opinions by politicians, mass media, and leading experts. Those groups discuss most topical questions and affairs of the global community. This is for the first time in our history that the forum is taking place in the online format, but that doesn't curb us from discussing the most topical problems of Eurasia. This year we are celebrating 30th anniversary of our independence. It's been a complicated way, but the final result is now being acknowledged by leading nations of the world. By 2050, we must become a member of the group of 30 most developed states on planet Earth. Our progress ahead is based on the unity of all nations and ethnic groups. I suppose that under present conditions and new global challenges, as well as struggle against the pandemic, the unity consolidation must become the platform for the mankind. I wish all forum participants fruitful discussions. May your work result in global recognition of the fact that the development of modern world is possible through unity, dialogue, and mutual respect. Nursultan Nazarbayev. To participants of Eurasian Media Forum, dear distinguished participants, it is my pleasure to greet you at the 17th Eurasian Media Forum. In 19 years of existence, it became one of the leading media platforms in the country and whole region. This event traditionally unites talented journalists and media managers, famous politicians, and reputable experts. The broadband of the width is far away from the limits of media. The global transformation and fundamental tectonic shifts make it topical to keep the track of latest developments, discuss most acute problems, and seek out ways for joint resolution of same. Today there is a public demand to receive good quality information, particularly information helping us to struggle fake news. Today we'll discuss a lot of topical affairs and approaches. New realities impose new mission and targets on which the future will depend. Augmented digitization changes the habits and preferences of the audience. We are now seeing new formats and ways to convey the information. The discussion of this topic will give another impulse for the development of mass media. I'm most certain that very saturated shall be the session dedicated to 30th anniversary of independence. We have the unique experience from the preservation of inter-ethnical peace and public accord. We maintain open dialogue and multi-sided partnership, and we can report that the forum does not only facilitate the development of media trends, but also establishes new horizons for international cooperation. We are always interested in the promotion of constructive agenda in all spheres, including media and creative artistic industry. I wish all participants of this media forum fruitful and successful work. Kassym-Jomart Tokayev.
Distinguished colleagues, allow me to wish constructive dialogue to the participants of the forum, a lively discussion, and all the best for the work of the forum. Thank you.
A warm thank you to State Secretary Grimbeck Kusherbayev. Now, to someone who's been a major friend of the conference since it began, and to present his message, please welcome the Assistant to the President of Armenia, Gevorg Melikyan.
Distinguished Darga Nursultanovna, distinguished Mr. Kusherbayev, guests, participants of Eurasian Media Forum, allow me to welcome all the people present here in the audience and those connected online. Eurasian Media Forum is a unique, multi-layered event. It was created in the heart of Eurasian space in Kazakhstan, and the forum is able to combine both theoretical and practical components of Eurasian integration. It covers many dimensions of our societies: domestic policy, geopolitics, development, hybrid threats, education, modern journalism, virtual space, blogs, future tech, futurology, globalization, and many others. In the beginning of 2000s, when the idea first appeared to create this annual forum, we could not even imagine that it will become one of the brands for Eurasian space and Eurasian integration. But time has proven it, and together with you, we can see that we have a self-sufficient, effective, and creative modern platform for an open, direct dialogue and support of professional development of the Eurasian media, and also to generate and test new approaches and solutions in various areas. The world around us is changing rapidly and irreversibly, and is being transformed. I call that a quantum transformation, when it's the whole shift, not only of the whole, but of the components as well. When each individual or a separate event, such as a pandemic, can change the course of history for the better or for worse. Our job is to be prepared to these challenges and changes, and to have the required intellectual and technical means to resolve these tasks, including the use of AI. Platforms like Eurasian Media Forum create a great opportunity to learn more about new challenges and problems and talk about possible solutions. I would like to thank everyone who has inspired and created this forum, and I wish that this platform remain relevant for the upcoming years and remains the place of productive meetings and active discussions. Using this opportunity, I would like to congratulate our brothers in Kazakhstan with the 30th anniversary of Kazakhstan's independence. Kazakhstan is a country with a bright future and great people with a lot of historical heritage, and the country is rich in human resources. Once again, welcome everyone, and I congratulate you with the opening of the 17th Eurasian Media Forum. I wish you very productive work. Signed, President of Armenia, Mr. Sarkisyan.
Warm thanks to President Armen Sarkisyan of Armenia for his words of support, and to his assistant Gevorg Melikyan for delivering them. Well, since the Eurasian Media Forum first began, there was one key person who was a fixture of the event, sitting in on most of the sessions, encouraging participation in the discussions, and also promoting her country to the hundreds of people who came from all over the world to attend the conference here in Kazakhstan. She has truly lived up to her long-running role as the chairperson of the Eurasian Media Forum, so please, a warm welcome for Dr. Dariga Nazarbayeva.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, the 17th Eurasian Media Forum is here, and I welcome all the participants of the forum. Despite the pandemic, in the capital of Kazakhstan, in the city of Nur-Sultan, we have the guests here, and I welcome them, and I also welcome those who have connected online. We have met together, and the meetings and exchange of opinions is very important for us. This online format is difficult, and during this meeting, we are thinking about the current events, and because of the pandemic, we were living in fear for many years. Many of us have lost the loved ones, but despite the difficulties, despite the challenges, we are meeting here again. And today, I'm very happy, and I'm happy to announce that we are opening the media forum. This year is very significant for us. It's the 30th anniversary of Kazakhstan's independence. The 30 years of independence mean 30 years of peace, creation, and state building and civil society building. 30 years ago, collapse of the Soviet Union led to creation of new independent states. In these years, there were different events among our neighbors. At a glance, it's quite difficult to identify some patterns because there were so many differences, both in the initial positions and also the vectors and trends of development. But I believe that the last 30 years have proven that in a developing world where we don't have yet a sustainable political, economic, and social system, political and civic culture development trajectory is largely affected by the will of the leader, by the will of the society. And we could talk a lot about theory, about advantages of various political systems. We could talk about crossroads of history, and indeed, the initial conditions play a significant role, as well as natural resources. But the personality of the leader, his vision, is key. Kazakhstan, in this sense, thanks to the personality of the first president, Mr. Nazarbayev, is taking a special place in that regard. Under his leadership, our country, in a brief historical period, was able to go through the path of gaining true independence, state sovereignty, was able to create full-fledged modern economy and dynamically developing social sphere. This wasn't easy. Our country is following this path, understanding the challenges and problems along it. But your path starts with the first step. Kazakhstan today is a responsible state which has an active position both in global politics and in Central Asia. For the last 3 decades, Kazakhstan has been acting as a country responsible for peace and security in the region. In difficult times, we always helped our neighbors. We shared our food, our grains, our fuel, our equipment. We are all concerned about the processes which are happening now in the neighboring Afghanistan. And the topic of peaceful development of this country was at the forefront of our forum many times, and I'm sure that today's forum will also become an important platform for dialogue and mutual understanding. A tragic example of Afghanistan demonstrates that happiness and prosperity could not be brought by foreign weapons, regardless of the best intents. The 30 years of independence and the 30th anniversary is also a good stop to analyze the development in the economy and modern life. The global environment doesn't recognize country borders, and there is a threat to national and cultural sovereignty. Our history, our culture, our language are true values, and protecting those values and developing those areas are now part of the global competition over the audience, over their attention and trust. And I'm sure that in the modern world, true independence and sovereignty imply the ability of countries and nations to produce competitive media content. This is certainly a challenge, and for Kazakhstan as well. In the last 2 years, the humanity has seen unique challenges. The coronavirus pandemic and the social and economic cataclysms associated with it have changed the world. And now, deep issues are obvious in almost all modern societies, in all social protection systems and healthcare systems. On the international level, we see that the whole system of international relations is being tested, and the lack of trust is key risk factor. Erosion of intergovernmental international dialogue mechanisms and trust mechanisms has started a while ago, but the pandemic has accelerated this process, and it came to a new level, to a whole new dimension, and this is worrying. Trust starts from conversation, from mutual respect, and we can see that the world is looking for new formats and new ways to interact, to communicate, and we're happy that the Eurasian Media Forum will contribute to that process. Many years ago, the first president, Yelbasi Mr. Nazarbayev, has said that despite stereotypes, the West and the East often meet on Kazakhstani land for dialogue during the meetings of global traditional religions, in the dialogue platforms of other events, and one of these platforms is the Eurasian Media Forum. We always have things to discuss. We always can look not for differences, but rather for the points where we can meet for constructive interaction. It's by no accident that the motto of our forum says 2021, the world looking for new meanings. And the Eurasian Media Forum allowed the public opinion leaders from all over the world to learn and to see the new independent Kazakhstan and fall in love with our country. I thank you, friends, for your love, for your warm feelings toward Kazakhstan and our people. As Kazakhs say, the guest has come, the happiness comes with him. Dear colleagues, allow me to pronounce the 17th Eurasian Media Forum open, and I wish everyone productive work, exciting discussions, and great impressions. Thank you for your opinion, for your attention.
Dr. Dariga Nazarbayeva, thank you very much for those words. It certainly does feel a lot like we are a family now at the forum, and it's been wonderful to see this event continue and grow from strength to strength, especially in the range of topics. Well, that marks the opening ceremony of the forum, so we move on now to the all-important content part of it. congratulations to the video team that puts together these excellent videos that summarize the year in video pictures, because it makes you realize how much has happened over the year. Our theme this year is entitled 2021 in Search of New Meanings. A rather appropriate theme in a world that spent the last year and a half trying to deal with a pandemic, a global pandemic that has not only taken so many lives, but has also hurt the economies of most countries, severely restricted travel, and also made us think about life in a more deep way. It has also affected the way we can hold a forum like this, so thank you for your patience with our modified version. At least we are all here together, obviously including a more online participation. But as always, we have some excellent topics, and the video indicated some of those for you. Not only the pandemic's impact, but the way the environmental concerns have grown rapidly as dramatic weather changes start to affect so many countries. And of course, how the media continues to change for good and bad in so many ways. I'd like to let you know that you can take part with your questions and comments online. You can go through the website, you can send those questions and comments, or send them through the app. And we'd like to have your participation in that way.